Good morning, students. Now today I am briefing you about the present crisis of COVID-19 pandemic. As a student of Health Science Institute, you should be aware about the epidemiology, prevention and control of this particular disease. As such, there is huge impact of this COVID-19 pandemic on everybody's life. It has actually pushed all human population to the back of the walls, halted every activity, and life has become a standstill caricature. Entire world is in lockdown state, and such situation will arise no one has expected. It has not left any field of life, affected all fields of life, all walks of life, all sectors of development. Human loss that is occurring due to this particular pandemic in a short period of time, that is more than any world war. Economic loss due to the disease, due to the lockdown, due to the affection of all sectors of life and its future repercussions are enormous. It is just difficult to estimate the correct figure of this particular loss. If we see how exactly this problem has arisen, this, as we all are aware, has started from the Wuhan province in China. And as per latest news, the China has admitted that the first case that has occurred in the month of December, the figure that has been quoted, that is 27th December. There is always dispute about when exactly the first case has occurred. WHO has declared this particular disease as a pandemic disease on 30th January. You all are aware about various terms: epidemic, endemic, pandemic, and pandemic means whenever the disease is occurring in more than one continent, then we use the term pandemic. And out of 195 countries, 185 are having these COVID-19 cases. These are certain figures. On 10th June 2020, every day the data is changing. In the world, the confirmed corona cases, 73,23,803. In India, these are also in rising state, though late, 2,76,146. Number of deaths that are occurred throughout the world are 4,13,733. The deaths are quite less in our country, 7,750. Even the case fatality rate, the world is having 5.64, while in our country it is the tune of 2.80. We are ranking in India, it is 1 lakh. Recovery rate is nearly the same. This corona group of viruses, the disease agent, what we call, that is not new virus. This corona means the crown, and this virus is usually present in the animals. And so this disease is shared accidentally in between animals and human being. And different strains of these coronaviruses are there, types. Previously also 2002, the SARS coronavirus epidemic that we have experienced. India have experienced less, but the cases were there. Middle East respiratory syndrome 2012, where we have narrowly escaped from the occurrence of this particular disease. But now SARS coronavirus 2, we are facing the issue and the cases are rising in our country. This is also the zoonotic disease as it is shared in between animals and human beings, comes into that particular category. The epidemiological triad, that is the disease agent, is labeled as SARS coronavirus 2. It is also the new coronavirus. It is also referred as novel coronavirus. Susceptible host, that is all human population. This particular virus type is new. No one is affected previously, so all are susceptible host. And the environmental factors which are favoring the transmission of this disease that we will see. In the agent factors, this particular virus, coronavirus, single-stranded RNA virus having the lipid covering, and there are some techniques of destroying this lipid covering. So we advocate use of soap and water. We advocate use of sanitizer containing alcohol, and likewise. This particular virus is highly infectious, respiratory virus. This can be lethal, and roughly the mortality is 3 to 5%. Two strains of this SARS coronavirus 2 are referred as L and S. Virus particle survive on surfaces from hours to days. These are destroyed by 75% alcohol, chlorine containing disinfectant, chlorhexidine, soap and water. Among the host factors, as just now I have mentioned, we are new to this disease, so all are susceptible. Males are more susceptible as compared to females, considering the number of cases those have occurred. Elderly and having comorbid conditions, the prognosis is bad. The complications, the respiratory complications, are likely to occur more in such cases. Various overcrowdings, the gatherings of the groups, mobs, cinema halls, theaters, all these are the places which favors the transmission that has been noted. If we see the transmission from case to susceptible host, human to human transmission, how it occurs, as we all know the airborne transmission, this is airborne disease, the coughing, sneezing, talking loudly, laughing. If the person is infected, he will shed the organisms into the environment. Those organisms, the virus particles, those may be droplet particles which are coated slightly with moisture. If the susceptible host is in nearby and if he inhales those particles, he will get infected. So minimum distance is required. These droplet particles will travel up to 1 meter distance. Droplet nuclei, these are the virus particles which are not coated with moisture. These also travel, and if the air is there, this can travel more than 1 meter also. So droplet particle, droplet nuclei. When these particles will flow on the surfaces around, and we are touching that particular surfaces, and then our hands are touching our face, nose, eyes, then through nasal mucosa, through buccal mucosa, and through the eye, these viruses will get entry into the body of host and the person will get infected. If we see the disease cycle of this particular disease, This is the, say, suppose the entry point of the disease agent into the body of human host. So from entry till the appearance of signs and symptoms, that is the peak, this particular point is referred as incubation period, as we all are aware. And this incubation period, in case of COVID-19 disease caused by coronavirus, that is 2 to 14 days, that is the range. Minimum 2 days, maximum 14 days. But on an average, we observe it is up to 5 days, the incubation period of this particular disease is. This knowing of incubation period is very important from the point of control of the disease. Quarantine we have to do for the maximum incubation period. Period of infectivity. The person who is suffering, the case is infectious right 2 days before the appearance of signs and symptoms and nearly 10 days after in most of the cases. So period of infectivity is about 12 days. The person will start recovering and within 1 week or up to 10 days, the patient will recover. Some cases, as we have seen, the comorbid cases, the geriatric group, the complications likely to occur and death, that is up to 5%. In addition to this, there are entry of disease agent into the body of the host and the person is recovered without showing any signs and symptoms, and such is a large number of cases are there, asymptomatic cases, and in the community these are 80% of cases where there are no signs and symptoms and the person is getting infected and getting cured automatically without he or even the community becoming aware about the existence or the presence of the disease in that particular person. Now, these are two important buzzwords nowadays that we all are aware, as this is the infectious disease, this is the airborne disease, quarantine, contacts of the cases, healthy individuals who have given the history of, they have come into the contact of the corona case. So likely they may be having that particular infection. So we keep such individuals under observations separately. That procedure is known as quarantine. Maximum incubation period, we have to keep them for quarantine. So in incubation period, whatever the individuals, those have come into the contact, the healthy contacts, those are to be kept into observation. The isolation, maximum incubation period, we have to keep them under quarantine. The isolation, that is the corona positive cases. With corona positive cases, the individuals who have come into contact, we isolate them. That is for the maximum period of infectivity, 2 days prior to appearance of symptoms and 10 days after recovering the patients. So quarantine of the healthy contacts and the isolation of the corona positive cases. These are two important steps in the control of this particular pandemic that we have to take everywhere. If we see the signs and symptoms of the disease, as I have mentioned already, that majority cases, 80% cases, asymptomatic cases, not showing any signs and symptoms. Then the cases which are showing signs and symptoms, mild cases, fever, dry cough, soreness of throat, fatigue, headache, loss of smell. These are in most of the cases, but few cases develop complications who are having comorbid conditions like diabetes, hypertension, obesity. There are chances that the complications will develop difficulty in breathing, bluish lips or face, respiratory arrest, thromboembolic phenomena. These are the complications and these patients need hospitalization and treatment. So mild cases may not need hospitalization, but any earliest signs and symptoms of development of complication, these cases are immediately to be hospitalized and treated. For confirming the diagnosis of the COVID-19, the PCR test with the help of nasal swab, the test detects RNA of the virus, corona positive. Now, as far as validity, that means how much the case is sensitive. Smallest element of the disease, how much power of this test, it is 70% sensitive. That means there are chances that some cases may be missed. Specificity is highest of this particular test. Similar PCR test with the help of GeneXpert, TrueNat, that is our country has developed this particular procedure. Sensitivity and specificity both are good, but this is slightly more costly. The second test, that is the IgG antibody test, and this test gives us the history of the infection, whether the person has suffered from corona or not suffered from the corona. This information we will get from IgG antibody test. Now, most important is prevention of the COVID-19. Initially at the individual level, and if all individuals will follow them, immediately that will percolate at the community level also. Most important is physical distancing, more than 1 meter. Soap and water for hand washing. Minimum soap and water and washing period is 1 minute, that is required. So thorough washing with soap and water, frequently hands are to be washed. That will surely help to remove these virus particles from the hands. Frequent use of sanitizer containing alcohol for hand rub, and that is also sanitizer is to be taken on the hands and hands are to be rubbed for 20 seconds. So all the parts of the hands should get that sanitizer so that the virus particles can be destroyed. Mask, use whenever in contact with other persons and everywhere. So this physical distancing, soap and water, mask, P, S, M, these 3 words we have to remember. Besides this, for this disease as well as for a number of other diseases, and particularly the common cold and similarly airborne infections, these are the 3 important conditions that we have to follow in our lifestyle daily. That is the balanced diet, exercise, and the adequate sleep. In balanced diet, particular reference is about vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D3 deficiency. There are some hypotheses that these deficiency may cause some help for the development of the complications in the individuals. The cytokine storm, vitamin D3 deficiency, it has claimed that this is associated. All the things are in the experimental stage as this is the new disease. All these procedures that we have to follow in everyday life, and as we have to live with the COVID-19, and we have to adopt this particular lifestyle. This lifestyle is now referred as new normal lifestyle. And as there is no much treatment, prevention is the only cure for COVID-19. Remember this particular point. Prevention at community level, this new normal lifestyle, as I have referred, that is to be followed by all the individuals in the community. And for this, we have to explain, educate this particular new normal lifestyle, and the procedures are to be followed. The mass health education is required. Lockdown, that is temporary methods of delaying, that the movements of the persons are restricted, so the transmission is delayed. But that cannot be permanent. But lockdown surely help give time for the administrator, for the health authorities to prepare themselves to fight with this COVID-19 disease. And in our country also, the lockdown have helped us very much. because initially we were having a lot of shortages of masks, ventilators, COVID-19 dedicated hospitals, diagnostic facilities. And within this particular period, lockdown period, we have developed all these facilities to fight with the disease. Surveillance of cases and isolate them. Monitoring of the contacts and quarantine them. This Arogya Setu app and downloading of it, this will help surely to trace the contacts and monitoring of the contacts, and for prevention of the transmission. This Arogya Setu app is very much useful. Hospitalization of cases and treatment that is to be done. Particularly all moderate and severe cases need to be hospitalized and treated. The ICU facilities, the oxygen is must. Then prevention of hospital-acquired infection should not, hospital-acquired infections and their prevention is also very important, because the health staff that is taking care of the patients is at risk. Maybe doctors, maybe nurses, maybe the ward boys. So the PPE kits, personal protection equipments to each. Sanitizer, alcohol base, sanitation of all the facilities, use of N95 mask, particularly for the healthcare workers, use of hand gloves. All these are very much necessary. As critical patients and death rate is there up to the level of 3 to 5%, disposal of dead bodies carries importance, and each dead body immediately that should be put into the plastic bag and then given for the disposal, safe disposal. Prevention in various premises of the various institutes, offices, at all workplaces, even for home to all workplaces, and in the surroundings and in the community, the malls, whatever may be the guidelines need to be developed, and those are to be adopted by these particular places. And we are in that particular process that the guidelines have been developed by all these processes. Prevention at community level, screening at all places of crowding with temperature check, infrared thermometer is used for this, so there is no contact with the patient. Sanitizer used for cleanliness for infected surfaces. The care of vulnerable population, aged individuals above 60 years of age, having comorbid conditions, as I have just mentioned, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, are having more case fatality. So this population should be very much restricted from the point of movement. ICMR has recommended hydroxychloroquine as a preventive drug in frontline workers. Ayush has also recommended homeopathic medicine, arsenic album 30, as preventive medicine. There is also Ayurvedic medicine, ashwagandha. This can be also effective preventive drug. Study of IIT Delhi shows these results. This is a very common question that is asked: when COVID-19 will end? Herd immunity. Our country is having the advantage, demographic advantage, that is the young population is more in our country. So the herd immunity, which is of two types. Passive, that means with the disease process, the infection, and as asymptomatic cases are there more, or mild cases are more, so the population will develop the herd immunity. That is the passive herd immunity. Research on the vaccine is going on, and by the help of vaccine, which immunity that we produce into the community, that is the active herd immunity. That means out of total 100 individuals population, how many are having the antibodies? If this herd immunity is of the level of more than 50%, up to 70%, then surely the disease transmission cycle will get halt and the further transmission of the diseases will be rare. Minimum expected period is about 12 to 14 months for the development of the vaccine, what is quoted from today, that is available. But before that, with the passage of infection, there are very high chances that the community will develop the herd immunity. The eradication of this disease is not possible. We commonly use three terms: control of the disease, elimination of the disease, and the eradication of the disease. As this virus is present into the bats, so it is not possible for eradication of the disease. But the control and also followed by elimination, it is possible that we can eliminate this COVID-19 from India. If we see the occurrence of this particular pandemic, which has been described as stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, where the community transmission. So we are at many of the places community transmission, that is stage 3. Stage 1, that is we have experienced in the month of March, February, March. That is the persons coming from outside the country to our country with the COVID-19 infection. And then the disease get transmitted. Those persons are transmitting the disease here locally, but you can recognize here who has transmitted the disease to whom. So contact tracing is easy up to stage 1, stage 2. But contact tracing is not possible when the community transmission occurs. When the spread is uncontrollable, the stage 4 will be there, but surely we are not at any place in the stage 4, but definitely at some places we are in stage 3. There are also the projection models for COVID-19, how many cases occurred by how many months, at which time how much cases will occur like this, and what will be the level of the herd immunity after some time like this. Now these models are on the basis of how much one case will transmit to disease to how many individuals on this particular factor. These models have been developed, but these are always affected by lockdown compliance, surveillance and monitoring of the cases and contacts, personal hygiene practices, and so on. In India, we might be in some states at the stage 2, at some states, and in some cities at stage 3. And this process will go on till we develop the herd immunity, maybe with the way of infection or with the use of vaccine. There are certain misbeliefs about this particular disease also. Spraying of insecticide into the body, that is hazardous. These are not to be consumed. Drinking methanol, ethanol, or bleach does not prevent or cure COVID-19. Exposing yourself to the sun and temperature higher than 25 degrees does not prevent coronavirus. Drinking alcohol does not protect you against COVID-19 and can be dangerous. So we have to avoid these particular things. Now coming to the treatment of a case. What is the treatment for mild cases? Only symptomatic treatment. For hospitalized cases, the oxygen that is required when the respiratory problems are there. Then therapeutic trials are going on as there is no known therapy, plasma therapy, ivermectin, doxycycline, hydroxychloroquine, erythromycin, and regarding the antiviral drugs, remdesivir, antiviral, this has proven some efficacy to some extent, but that is also very costly drug. So At present, there is no licensed authorized drug that is 100% curing the disease. All the therapeutic trials about the various drugs, either established or the newer drugs, those are going on. So as for treatment, only trials are there. The way that is in our hand is the prevention, and that is the cure for the COVID-19. So follow physical distancing, frequently use soap and water for hand washing, frequent use of sanitizer, always wear mask, and the proper use of mask that is necessary, balanced diet, exercise, and adequate sleep. These are certain new normal lifestyles that we have to adapt, and then we can fight with COVID-19. Thank you very much. Thank you.